Hindus wrote Bible. Hello everyone, my name is Lalchan Rampasad. I am author of the Great Bible Fraud. 1st of December 69 CE, Vespasian became emperor of Rome. He quickly sent forces to India. The plan? Capture Hindus to construct Bible according to Hindu sacred text. Hindu sacred texts are based upon entities or kingdom of God. Bible is flooded with Hindu technology. Vespasian made it clear that Hindus knew 10 times more than the brightest in his whole kingdom. Religion of Hinduism is transfer of knowledge and science. Bible religion Catholicism is transfer of idols into gods. 25 gods, 25 Jesus. Hindus trapped all one God believers into worshipping 25 idols. This research is proof that Romans had absolutely no knowledge of Hindu technology then and now. Complete Bible is based on 25 idols. It is to transfer 25 idols into 25 gods. Daniel 1:1. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. Vespasian sent forces to capture Hindus in India. Daniel 1:2. The Lord let him capture King Jehoiakim and seize some of the temple treasures. He took some prisoners back with him to the temple of his gods in Babylon and put the captured treasures in the temple storerooms. Romans captured Hindu sacred texts and took Hindus to Rome. Daniel 1:3. Then the king ordered Aspenaz, his chief of staff, to bring to the palace some of the young men of Judah's royal family and other noble families, and who had been brought to Babylon as captives. Hindus taken as captives to Rome. Vespasian ordered some Hindus before him. Daniel 1:4. Young men without any physical defect, handsome, showing aptitude for every kind of learning, well-informed, quick to understand, and qualified to serve in the king's palace. He was to teach them the language and literature of the Babylonians. Qualified Hindus to learn language and literature of Romans. Deuteronomy 28:33. A people that you do not know will eat what your land and labor produce, and you will have nothing but cruel oppression all your days. Hindus eat vegetables. Jeremiah 5:15. People of Israel, declares the Lord, I am bringing a distant nation against you, an ancient and enduring nation, a people whose language you do not know, whose speech you do not understand. Deuteronomy 28:49. The Lord will bring a nation against you from far away, from the ends of the earth, like an eagle snooping down, a nation whose language you will not understand. A distant and ancient nation, India. Language Sanskrit was not known to Romans. Psalm 81:5. When God went out against Egypt, he established it as a statute for Joseph. I heard an unknown voice saying. Unknown language, Sanskrit. Isaiah 5:26. He lifts up a banner for the distant nations. He whistles for those at the ends of the earth. Here they come, swiftly and speedily. Hindu language is Sanskrit. Whistle to catch attention of Hindus. Isaiah 39:3. Then Isaiah the prophet went to King Hezekiah and asked, what did those men say? And where did they come from? From a distant land, Hezekiah replied. They came to me from Babylon. Hindus did not understand Latin. They came from a distant land, India. Daniel 1:5. The king also gave orders that every day they were to be given the same food and wine as the members of the royal court. After 3 years of this training, they were to appear before the king. 1st of December 69 to 1st of December 72 CE, 3 years, report to Vespasian. Daniel 1:6. Among those who were chosen were some from Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Chosen ones, Hindus. Daniel 1:7. The chief official gave them new names to Daniel. they named Belteshazzar, to Hananiah, Shadrach, to Mishael, Meshach, and to Azariah, Abednego. 4 Hindus chosen and given new names. Acts 10:14. But Peter said, "By no means, Lord, for I have never eaten anything common and unclean." Acts 15:20. But that we write to them to abstain from the contaminations of idols and fornications and what is strangled and blood. Ezekiel 4:14. Then I said, "Not so, sovereign Lord. I have never defiled myself. From my youth until now, I have never eaten anything found dead or torn by wild animals. No impure meat has ever entered my mouth." Hindus are vegetarians, no meat. Daniel 1:8. But Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the royal food and wine, and he asked the chief official for permission not to defile himself this way. Hindus reject Roman food, meat. Daniel 10:2. At that time I, Daniel, mourned for 3 weeks. Daniel 10:3. I ate no choice food, no meat or wine touched my lips, and I used no lotions at all until the 3 weeks were over. Hindus determined not to eat meat. They fasted for 3 weeks. Daniel 1:9. Now God has caused the official to show favor and compassion to Daniel. Daniel 1:10. But the official told Daniel, "I am afraid of my lord the king, who has assigned your food and drink. Why should he see you looking worse than the other young men your age? The king then have my head because of you." Official was afraid to grant Hindus wish. Daniel 1:12. Please test your servants for 10 days. Give us nothing but vegetables to eat and water to drink. Hindus demanded vegetables and water. Daniel 1:16. So the guard took away their choice food and the wine they were to drink and gave them vegetables instead. Hindus granted vegetables. Daniel 1:17. To these 4 young men, God gave knowledge and understanding of all kinds of literature and learning, and Daniel could understand visions and dreams of all kinds. Hinduism is transfer of knowledge. Daniel 1:20. In every matter of wisdom and understanding about which the king questioned them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and enchanters in his whole kingdom. Hindus were qualified 10 times more than anyone. Cave people were dummies. Daniel 2:3. He said to them, "I have had a dream that troubles me, and I want to know what it means." Dream? How was Hindu sacred text written? That was dream which troubled Vespasian. Daniel 2:5. The king replied to the astrologers, "This is what I have firmly decided. If you do not tell me what my dream was and interpret it, I will have you cut into pieces and your houses turned into piles of rubble." Hindus threatened with death to reveal secrets of sacred Hindu text. Daniel 2:31. Your Majesty looked, and there before you stood a large statue, an enormous, dazzling statue, awesome in appearance. To escape death, a statue of Vespasian was presented as 5 kingdoms, 25 gods, 25 idols. Daniel 2:11. What the king asks is too difficult. No one can reveal it to the king except the gods, and they do not live among humans. Hindus did not reveal secret of Hindu sacred text. This meant Vespasian and the Romans did not understand Hindu technology. Isaiah 19:3. The Egyptians will lose heart, and I will bring their plans to nothing. They will consult the idols and the spirits of the dead, the mediums and the spiritists. Hindus trapped Romans to worship 25 idols without knowing it. Isaiah 8:19. When someone tells you to consult mediums and spiritists who whisper and mutter, should not a people inquire of their God? Why consult the dead on behalf of the living? Hindus question, why consult a dead Jesus on behalf of living? Revelation 4:4. And around the throne there were 24 thrones, and upon the thrones 24 elders sitting, clothed in white garments, and upon their heads golden crowns. Psalm 106:36. They worshipped their idols, which became a snare to them. Daniel 5:4. As they drank the wine, they promised the gods of gold and silver, of bronze, iron, wood, and stone. Bible is to worship 25 idols. Hindus strict Bible believers. Daniel 3:12. But there are some Jews whom you have set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who pay no attention to you, your majesty. They neither serve your God nor worship the image of gold you have set up. Hindus worship knowledge transferred by statues. Vespasian's statue is without sense and knowledge. Hindus refuse to worship it. Distant ancient land, vegetarians, Sanskrit, and knowledge are proof Hindus wrote Bible. Names changed to hide Hindu identity. Psalm 97:7. All who worship images are put to shame. Those who boast in idols, worship him, all you gods. Bible believers are put to shame. They are idolaters. It is to worship 25 idols as 25 gods. Habakkuk 2:18. Of what value is an idol carved by a craftsman, or an image that teaches lies? For the one who makes it trust in his own creation. He makes idols that cannot speak. Bible idols are without knowledge and science. Jeremiah 10:14. Everyone is senseless and without knowledge. Every goldsmith is shamed by his idols. The images he makes are a fraud. They have no breath in them. Bible idols are senseless and without knowledge. Bible images are fraud. Romans 1:22. Professing to be wise, they became fools. Bible believers claim to be wise. They are fools. Luke 10:26. And he said to them, what is written in the law? How do you read it? Bible, how do you read it? It is 25 idols. Interpret 25 idols without knowledge and science. Fools. Isaiah 33:19. You will see those arrogant people no more. People whose speech is obscure, whose language is strange and incomprehensible. Verse suggests Hindus were killed. Romans did not understand Bible language, entities, kingdom of God. It is Hindu technology.